Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon Black. No, this is Pokemon White. Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon White. Last time, we fought our way through the Celestial Tower, and we also fought our way through Mistralton City's gym. Got a lot done in the last video, honestly. And today, I'm going to be continuing on, going out past Route 7, into Twist Mountain, and continuing on with the game. First, I believe there is there's a kid who I can talk to in Mistralton City, and if I talk to you, having beaten the gym and obtained the gym badge, you will tell us about a treasure that you lit on the end of the runway, and this is something that will not be there unless you talk to that kid, having beaten Skyla's gym. Thanks, game. And that is going to be an item containing the TM for Aerial Ace, and Aerial Ace is a bit of a staple of flying-type Pokemon moves. Yes, you found a treasure. Found it. Very nice. Just kidding, we don't have a Pokemon, so we plan to hide this TM until we got one. But that would be a waste, so here, you can use it. That's nice of you. We'll get another one from Skyla. Indeed. The base power of Acrobatics and Aerial Ace is very similar. The difference is Aerial Ace is 60 power, and it will never miss. No matter what your accuracy or evasion or anything is, unless like the opponent uses like Protect or Dive or something like that. While Acrobatics does the thing that I mentioned last time, with the doubling base power if you're not holding an item. Speaking of which, I do want to check if anybody on my team can learn Acrobatics. Alright, so Pansear can, Pansear doesn't count because Pansear isn't an official member of my team, and I don't remember off the top of my head if my final Pokemon will be able to learn Acrobatics or not. I'll have to remember to check then. Aerial Ace, I don't think... Oh, Argo can learn Aerial Ace. It's not a bad coverage move. Not a bad flying-type coverage move. I don't think I have any other flying-type moves that... Unless my final team member can learn Acrobatics that are going to be available to me. So I'm going to learn that over Headbutt with Argo's final evolution. Headbutt's not going to be super useful. I'd much rather have Slash for an Escavalier. But that's a pretty nice pickup right there. Pretty nice acquisition. So... it's time to move on. Let's start running down Route 7, and there's going to be no trainers for me to fight here today because, as stated, I did already fight all the trainers on Route 7 in preparation of the gym. Honestly, maybe if I'd done that now, after fighting the gym, it would have been a little bit easier, but whatever. We got through it, and survived. So, every time I have the dowsing machine on, I like, turn it off immediately, and it's annoying. Anyway, yeah, that's right, we've got another gym badge, so it's time to fight another rival battle, and that means that, Charon is gonna try and beat us up. It's Charon's turn. I guess, did we fight Charon at the end of Driftveil City 2, or was that Bianca? I'm pretty sure Charon gets more battles in with you, because he's more, you know, interested in being a Pokemon trainer than Bianca, but... there's just so many of them, I can't ever remember which one I did last time. Unpheasant. Grass type. Yeah, let's not have anything to do with that. So let's switch out. Let's bring in Gummy. And Gummy is, gonna get an Intimidate off, and I don't know if that's gonna matter because Unpheasant has a lot of, like, special attacks, Air Slash and that kind of thing, but... all the same, Ice Fang is going to be the most damage I can do against you, I believe, and there you go, wasting my time. I love it when the game wastes my time. We can go and use Ice Fang. And is that going to be enough? That is not going to be enough, but that did do a solid, probably I'm going to say 3/4 to your health. Alright, are you going to detect again? You are. Alright, perfect. Game wasting my time. That's not a move that I really care about power points on. Honestly, Ice Fang and Fire Fang have enough power points on them that I don't care about power points on those either. Return. Should be enough to take you down. And, there goes the Unpheasant. So next you're going to send in Servine. I think I can much more easily deal with a Servine on something like Argo or Allison, or really multiple members of my team. I guess, I'm trying to train Allison right now. She has the Lucky Egg, she should be getting boosted experience, so you're gonna use Leaf Blade, and I'm remembering that I don't actually have a Poison type move on me. Oops. At some point I'll learn like Sludge Bomb or Sludge Wave or something along those lines, I think, but Ooh. No. That actually made that really difficult. Because I can no longer paralyze you. I mean, I can no longer poison you because you're paralyzed. And that can only have one major status at a time. Alright, Argo, you do it instead. Slam, sure, whatever. That's going to be a decently powerful move, but it's not going to be super effective or stabbed or anything, so shouldn't be that big of a concern. Alright, Bug Buzz is going to do a lot to you. You're going to use Leech Seed, that's going to be a little bit of draining, and you apparently have a Citrus Berry? Leftovers. I want leftovers. I had to look it up, because I never remember where the leftovers are in any game, and I don't think I'm actually able to get leftovers until the post-game in Black and White 1. Very upsetting. Alright, anyway, you're gonna go down. 3 different things are getting experienced. Simipour is coming in, and... Let's see, can Allison take on a Simipour? I will use an item if I have to, but... Scald. I don't think that'll kill me. And I also got lucky enough that that didn't burn me either. Alright, Movement Milk. We are going to fully restore ourselves. That only did like a quarter. So you could do that again. You could do that 2 more times. And unless you get critical hits on both of them, I'm not really going to have a problem. Let's see, that does have a chance of burning me, which didn't do that time either, which I like. If you use Leer to lower my defense, hopefully that'll just waste a turn and I'll be able to get off a Giga Drain. Almost. Alright. Almost took you down. That should fully restore me. Use Giga Drain again. You're gonna indeed Scald. And... like, it's not the biggest of deals if I get burned because Allison has a draining move that can just constantly, continuously restore health. And I'm not really going to be using a lot of that physical attack right now anyway, but I am glad to see that that didn't happen. And your final Pokemon is Liepard. Alright, let's see if I can finish this off right here, right now. Giga Drain. You're going to Fake Out. If you get poisoned or paralyzed or put to sleep or something on my effect spore, yeah, it's pretty nice. You're going to be unable to move. Flinched was unable to move. Even while paralyzed, you're still faster. Good lord. Okay. Paralysis quarters your speed. That means Liepard is more than 4 times faster than Foongus, which honestly isn't the hardest thing statistically to happen in a Pokemon game, but still. Alright. Bug Buzz, critical hit. I don't think that critical hit mattered. Liepard's defenses aren't very good. Argo's gonna get 100% of that experience and grow to level 38, and we have defeated Charon. Okay, that took a solid, what, 7 minutes, about? That was a fine Pokemon battle, and happy to see you are both growing as trainers. Oh, that wasn't Charon, that was someone else. You there! It's a bit of a theme with Alder in Pokemon games, and he likes high places. I don't know if we've seen a lot of that so far in this game, but between this and Black 2 and White 2, it's something that you see once in a while. If it isn't the champion, Alder, I'm weak, so I lost, and honestly, it bothers me when you call it a fine battle despite that. Oh, honestly, Charon. Just accept the compliment without the stinging remark. I've asked you this before, but what do you plan to do after becoming strong? If I get strong and become a champion, that'll be the reason for my existence. I want to prove it's why I'm living. It's what? That doesn't sound right. I don't think that's what he said. You remind me of Marshall. Of course, having something you want to become is important, but what is even more important is what you do with your newfound power. Anyway, take this. Here you go, too. That is HMO3 Surf, so that is a hidden move which will allow us to move over the surface of water and access some new areas, fight some new trainers, and a whole bunch of old places that we've already been to in Unova now have new bits that we can explore having that. Unfortunately, nobody on my team can learn Surf, and until I do some trading, it's gonna stay that way. Or I guess until I like catch a Pokemon that can use Surf on my own. But I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. I probably should go back to that safe house, yeah? Heal after that fight. Alright, all healed up. We can go into the mountain. That would have been a trainer to fight if I didn't deal with him earlier, too. Welcome to Twist Mountain. So this is a dungeon. Oh, it's Charon. Clay, what are you doing? What a surprise seeing you around when I was inspecting Twist Mountain. The two of you seem more rugged than the last time I saw you. A little bit, anyway. Is that so? By the by, you folks seen that Team Plasma crowd lately? After all that trouble, we gym leaders met up and had a chat. But we've got no clue where they are. It's like they're hiding under a rock. Well, not much to do but waiting for them to move. Anyhow, This is none of your concern. Squirts like you two should just enjoy traveling with your Pokemon. Twist Mountain's a fine place to explore. Be awesome fun if you just leave this here path. Well, better you see it yourself, instead of listening to me yammer. Be seeing you, Sprouts. Feel free to train yourselves on the mountain for as long as you like. Ah, Clay. What a guy. I thought he was just going to get us involved with all that bother again, so I was bracing myself before I knew it. I'm going in first, but I'll be seeing you. Yeah, we fortunately don't have another mission for the time being. I have to say, that last battle against Sharon was probably one of the more... It felt like one of the more evenly balanced battles that I've had in this game so far. That wasn't just totally like me in complete panic mode or completely just rolling over the opponent. So, good on you for that, Sharon. Anyway, in winter, the appearance of Twist Mountain changes. When I see that, I feel a sense of relief. Yeah, in spring, summer, and autumn, Twist Mountain will look like what you see now. But in winter, it will be completely different. It will be largely filled in with snow. Different places will be accessible. There will be doors and entranceways that are blocked off that you can't visit in the winter, and there will be new places that are only accessible in the winter, courtesy of the large snowdrifts that you can walk on. I don't know if I'll make a point to come back in the winter when the seasons change, but it's just an interesting little detail about the game I thought I ought to point out. Alright, that is Giga Drain doing what Giga Drain does best. Hyper Potion hidden in the wall, not bad. Alright, let us continue on. There's going to be a lot of hidden items in this area, if I recall, so keep your Dowsing Machine on. Hello, Ace Trainer. Ooh, that avalanche. That one hit really hard. I keep forgetting avalanche is a contact move. It doesn't feel like it should be one. Anyway. Ace Trainer's doing what they do best, and that's a Battle Girl up there. I'm going to need to... I'm pretty far away from any healing sites, so I think I'm going to manually revive Allison over here, and manually heal everybody up with items. Just give me a moment. Right, now we can be on our way. Battle Girl! Get over here and pay attention. Yes, we're gonna fight. That was a lot! Congratulations, Battle Girl! Alright, so we're healed again, and we can get through this tunnel. If you are expecting to find a black belt, later in this dungeon, which is carrying a sock. I believe you would be correct. I believe what I'm going to do with regards to Allison and training is I'm going to train her up to about level 40 on my own, and I think after that I'm going to see if I have enough rare candies to get to the level I want to get to before evolving. I should have an Everstone, so after the point of natural evolution I should be able to not have to, you know, constantly be hitting the B button. But I think by that point I should have enough rare candies to get to where I want to be. Alright, let's see. There is, on this rock, an item. And I think there might be another one really close by, like up on this rock over here. Oh no, but there is a trainer. Hello, trainer. No, 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 no. Alright, speaking of evolution. Alright, B. I don't want to have to wait till like level 538 before I can learn whatever that other move is that I care about. Spore, I think. I'm gonna use a Super Repel, and I think let's start putting the Everstone. Did I call it Eviolite earlier? But let's put the Everstone on Allison. Let's go give that to you. And the lucky I can go on someone else. The lucky I can go on, I guess Argo? Yeah, Argo can take the lucky egg. He's probably the next most difficult one to train at the moment. And that is a Moonstone. Okay. Some Pokemon will evolve if you expose them to that. Useful item to have. Not something that will be relevant to me within this playthrough. Let's see, there is a decoy trainer somewhere in here, and I'm probably gonna just run into them. Oh, this thing here. I didn't run into them? Alright, well, I'm gonna try and run into them anyway. Wherever they are. You there! Alright, thank you, yes. See, that's where having a lead with Stealthyrox would have been really, really nice, because just being able to break those Surteries and sweep through those Boldore without having them get stuck on 1 HP all the time really would have made that go a lot faster. I think I'm actually going to leave Allison down for now. There is a doctor coming up over there on that side of the bridge. I think I have to go through one more room in the mountain to get there, and I think Argo should be able to hold out until we do that. Let's see. Alright, there's this nugget. Alright, sell that for a lot of money. I still don't think I haven't sold those 2 nuggets that... Alright, it's up there somewhere. Was this one that I just kind of like walked past earlier? Alright, so right behind the nugget, that's a revive. Yeah, I haven't sold the 2 nuggets that those 2 dinguses in Chargestone Cave gave me. I probably should do that if I want money, but... Actually, you know what? I shouldn't. I should wait for something that's coming up to happen before I do that. You are another fake pile of dirt. So let me get this straight. You hit with a one-hit KO move, which has a 30% plus 1% for every level stronger than you are than the target. So I think that I was level 34, you were level 35, so that was a 31% chance of that horn drill hitting. And then I immediately came in and missed with a 95% accurate fire type, Fire Fang. Those are the XCOM odds. I've never played XCOM, but I knew that if I ever did it, I would just lose my mind, I know. Well... To my knowledge, it's not like there's any special code in the game of XCOM that, like, goes out of its way to give the player a hard time, or it's not like the odds presented to you in the game are misleading or anything. But in a game where there's just so many RNG rolls, if you have some event with, like, a 1% chance of happening or whatever, and then you do that event 100 times, there's about a 60-something% chance that it'll happen eventually. Within those 100 occurrences, and of course those are the ones that people remember and not the ones that they get away with. That's just how, like, human brain math biases and probability biases go. It's also a potential game design lesson in that if you're a designer, and if you want to make the player feel like they're not constantly getting ripped off, fudging the numbers in their favor is something that players are usually a little more forgiving of than either fudging them against them or actually showing them the true odds, in which they may or may not feel like they're getting ripped off. Doesn't work as well in things like multiplayer games, where it's a little more of a zero-sum thing in multiplayer games where, like, fudging the numbers in one player's favor might necessarily rip off the other, although there are, you know, game design, it's an art. There are ways that you can design around that. That's another one of those workers hiding in the dirt. I believe the newer games actually do things that are in that vein. That's a protein that I probably should give to one of my physical attackers. I believe the newer Pokemon games will occasionally like allow your Pokemon to land a hit that they wouldn't ordinarily have, or to avoid a hit that they wouldn't ordinarily have. I've got really two majorly physical attackers here. Gummy's more of a an all-arounder. think I'll give it to Argo. And I believe it's specifically based on the internal affection stat, which, in Gen 6 at least, was similar to, but distinct from the happiness stat. I don't know if it got merged with the happiness stat in later generations, but if you're making a game like Pokemon, that might or might not be something for you to think about. If you look for something in an empty place like this, you can discover things. Alright. That sounds like you're trying to hint at something to me, and if I recall, if you come there in the post-game and talk to that guy, he will occasionally give you fossils. I think he'll give you like 1 fossil a day, which is kind of nice. You can resurrect a random, you know, Anorith or Aerodactyl or that kind of thing, if you wanted to. So this is the Ice Rock room. If you came here with an Eevee and leveled up that Eevee, you could evolve the Eevee into a Glaceon. Not a bad Pokemon. Not my favorite. I've always been a fan of, and I've said this a bunch of times, I've always been a fan of Leafeon myself. Partially because I'm just a plant nerd, and partially just because Leafeon is cool. So the dowsing machine is going to go off, and the item that it's pointing to is not one that you can actually access right now. That is one of those places that I mentioned that you can only go in the winter. Oh, cool. Plot. Up ahead. Let's see. I'm going to go around the plot, and I'm going to deal with the plot in a minute, and let's see. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Before I get into any more fights... Alright, I should probably heal manually. Alright. Where are we? I believe this is going to let me out onto a tiny little platform, which you can't really do anything on. Again, if you come back in winter, you might be able to go a little further down that. I really should come back here in winter and explore a little more in winter, shouldn't I? But we'll see if I remember. Huh, pretty strong, but you're only strong when you trainers are controlling Pokemon. So if you want to set Pokemon free, if that's what you want, you should start with your own, but taking people's Pokemon by force is not right. That is not real strength. Hey, there you are! We found that thing we were looking for. We should head to the tower now. Get this, Team Plasma has obtained the power to change the world and end people's control over Pokemon. That's right. We must use force in order to right the wrongs of the world. Now let's gather around our king, our Lord N. That sounds important. Those guys. I don't know what they found, but they go the extra mile to gain power and cause trouble. What a bothersome bunch. Drago, I'm gonna stay here for a while. I want to think a little bit about what the champion asked me. What do I want to do with my power after I get strong? And what do I want to be strong in the first place? Why do I want to be strong in the first place? Alright, so a little bit of character development moment here. Doing some of that introspection thing. However that works. Cedric Juniper! Yeah, how is Carablast? Ah, this Carablast has really taken a shine to you. The Pokedex is important, but time spent having fun together is also important. Say, I just had a thought. Have you heard of the Dragon Spiral Tower? Did those two idiots mention it like 2 seconds ago offhand? Otherwise, I don't think so. Alright, give the story a listen. Dragon Spiral Tower is said to be the Unova region's oldest building. Stories say it's the place where the legendary Pokemon came to life or where they remain in a deep slumber. I know that it's just past Icarus City, but that's about all I know about it. That's all anyone knows, because nobody has ever been inside. My daughter has wanted to investigate the tower for a long time. What? There's something I don't know? That kind of feeling is pure adventure. And I'm not too old for some adventuring. Anyway, I go, away I go to have a look at Dragon Spiral Tower. Catch you later. This is one of those very minor nitpicks, but, like, one of those, like, it's a tower that nobody has ever managed to go inside. That just feels like one of those really unnecessary stretches of the imagination. Like, it's been here since the beginning of the Unova region, and A, you know all that about it, and about its lore, and B, nobody's managed to ever get inside, and Professor Juniper is like, oh yeah, I think I'll go inside, no problem. And Team Plasma's just like, hey, yeah, I'll go inside, no problem. That's just... You could have just as easily said, you know, it's a very old tower and left it at that, and you didn't have to throw in that irrelevant bit about nobody ever being able to go inside. It's just... There's some tropes in writing, and games in particular, and also elsewhere, that just annoy me. Probably more than they should, but I also think they're just completely pointless, and that things like that are one of them. But I'm gonna end this off here. My name is Dragonite, this has been Pokemon White, I had to think about that. Next time, we're going to be exploring Icarus City. We're going to be exploring the Icarus City outlying areas. We may or may not be actually going into Dragon Spiral Tower if there's time. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.